What is up, fuckers? This week I'm back with interviews and I have the one newest member of the league, Stefano, as you guys may have known him or not. So, we're going to get into the interview with him, but before that, quick reminder, October 21st, doubleheader, Monday Night Football for the name points at Distill on Silverado and Decatur. Pile in Decatur. All right, let's get it started.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so what's up, fuckers? I am here with the newest member of the Bung Reamers, but not my newest friend. We go pretty far back, but why don't you go ahead and say what's up to everybody, Stefan?
What's up, guys? My name's Stefan. Got to meet some of you already, but yeah, very proud to be in this league. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, once the season gets closer to an end, it gets a little more feisty.
Oh, it's feisty for sure. I can definitely say after 6 years of experience that we keep it pretty close, and we're happy to have you. So thanks for joining
Thank you,
on
thank
and
you. It's a pleasure.
helping. Yep.
Yeah.
So as everybody knows, we're both Giants fans, but before we get started, man, tell me what happened in that last game, bro. What do you think of that game?
Oh man, that game. Yeah, we should have won it, but after that first Daniel Jones mistake in the beginning, I was like, man, what is he doing? Who is he throwing it to? It's like it was
Yeah.
it was like it looked like a Hail Mary the last few seconds of the game or something.
Yeah, that mistake, and then later on we got penalized for illegal man downfield on a long play. Daniel Jones overthrew two long plays and some horrible play calling, trying to go for it on every single fourth down when it's
Yeah.
in our own territory and when we could have tied the game. So,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
did we
shit.
did pretty good here and there. So yeah, came really
Fuck. I
close, but
mean,
it's
yeah, I
okay.
guess you got some more optimism than me, I think.
Yeah, well, this week's gonna be even tougher against Eagles team. That's yeah, we'll see. We'll see who shows up to play then.
That's right. Well, and I'm hoping that our boy Malik the Freak shows up to play. I think he should be cleared from concussion protocol. And you're right, it is the Eagles game, which is Christo's team, the guy who is your co-manager. So
Yeah, yeah,
interesting dynamic there.
yeah. I'm excited. I'm sure it won't really get in the way of us picking our team this week, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So, in the theme of us being Giants fans, I had a little bit of a Giants themed fantasy game for us. And how it's going to work is you're going to have 5 rounds of Giants legendary players, and you're going to either be able to either pick high or low. And then if you pick the high pick on the next pick, you have to take the low pick. So, 5 rounds, different positions. Basically, you're picking between two players in each round. You ready?
Okay.
All right, cool. So for the first round, you're picking a wide receiver, and it's between the high pick of Odell Beckham in his prime and Malik Neighbors. And the only reason that Malik is the low pick, quote unquote, I mean, all of these are great picks, but he's the rookie, so I guess a little bit less experience if there was a current draft going on between prime Odell Beckham and Malik Neighbors. So what do you pick?
Oh man, that's yeah, that is really tough. But I will have to test the waters and say Malik Neighbors.
Okay, that's actually the safe pick. So you still have your pick of the next two guys. So Malik is your first pick. Second round, running backs. The high cost pick is the former Giants running back Saquon Barkley, who, I personally how I feel about him, but you could pick him or Brandon Jacobs.
Oh man,
For those of you who
I
are
would.
Giants fans, Brandon Jacobs is our old Derrick Henry style running back who used to be the thundering lightning from the running back duo that we had when Eli Manning had the Super Bowl winning team.
Yeah, I think I would definitely take Bradshaw. I mean, I loved how he used to truck over those players, man.
Jacobs.
Yeah, Brandon Jacobs, yes, and Yeah, him and Bradshaw, like they worked
Right.
together quite
Him and
well.
Bradshaw were the aforementioned Thunder and Lightning. Okay, so we got Malik Neighbors, Brandon Jacobs. Next round, quarterbacks. And the high pick, I think we all predicted who it's going to be, is Eli Manning. And the low pick, I don't really think it's much of a low pick, to be honest, but Phil Simms, the
Okay,
former Giants quarterback throughout the 80s and early 90s.
yeah. See, so I didn't really watch that much football back then. Not gonna lie, I was born '94, but I would definitely say, definitely say Eli Manning for everything that he did for those years that I was watching.
For sure, for sure. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, that means you automatically default to the low pick on the next round, but I think this was the best round to get a low pick because it's the defense round. And this is would be the Giants DST during the era of either Lawrence Taylor was the high pick that you had to skip on, or Michael Strahan. But honestly,
Uh,
that's not really much of a downgrade.
yes, definitely not. Yeah, Michael Strahan for sure.
And that was when we had the Super Bowl winning defense with Justin Tuck, OCU Minura.
That was
So
those
I'm
were
sure that that was a high scoring defense in
yeah.
fantasy back then.
Yeah, I
Cool.
never.
All right. So we got Malik Neighbors, Brandon Jacobs, Eli Manning, and the Michael Strahan defense. The last question is a tight end question. And the high pick is Jeremy Shockey, the legendary tight end, probably the best Giants tight end in history. And the low pick, which he's better as a player now, but he was still drafted to be super high. He was kind of disappointing, but it's Evan Engram. So for this one, you have your pick.
Jeremy Shockey for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point, you might as well take the high pick. There's nothing going after. So you got Malik Neighbors, Brandon Jacobs, Eli Manning, the Michael Strahan defense, and Evan Engram at tight end. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's a Super Bowl winning team.
Right, right. Hey, I'm telling you. Okay, cool. Well, along the terms, no, hold up. Well, another thing that we have in common besides both being Giants fans is that we both hail from the same motherland, Bulgaria. And that's actually how we knew each other since kids. But tell me your favorite tale from the motherland, as they say.
My favorite tale from the motherland. Wow. Well, I mean, I didn't really live there for much longer. Kindergarten was really the only grade I really got to over there. But definitely making my bed, having no
Or it doesn't have to
pillows.
be from when you lived there, but let's say something cultural, because I only lived there till I was 2 years old. But just any kind of memories that you have related to the culture or something to share with the
Okay.
guys.
Okay. I got my first kiss in kindergarten from my favorite crush, you would say, right before I
Ooh,
left, right before I told everybody I was leaving to America. It was it definitely.
okay, all right, okay.
So out there, yes, you can kiss at a young age.
All right, okay. All right, cool. All right, not gonna lie, that shit caught me off guard. So how old are you when you're in kindergarten? Like
I was six.
5, 6?
Yeah, six.
And this was just a
Yeah,
girl from your class, or
yeah. And first we had to say "Stigut Forenia," and then after I
wait,
said
wait,
my
hold up. Explain to the guys what that is.
"Stigut Forenia," it's kind of like a poem. I don't know how exactly you would describe,
Yeah,
like
more like a
translate it.
nursery rhyme, or it's like a poem, but at
Yeah,
that age, it's like, yeah, you could
yeah,
say
and
nursery
everyone's
rhyme.
required to make one and read it on Mother's Day. And
Hmm.
yeah, I remember I read mine, and then they said, "Oh, you're going to America. Who do you want to give you a kiss?" And then
Who,
yeah, it
wait,
was
who said?
the teacher.
The teacher said that?
Yes.
And then the girl volunteered?
No, I picked her.
You
She had no
picked her?
choice. Yes. So yes, I
Wait,
got.
so you just had your free pick and your
Yeah,
wait,
it was a it was my
and
high
then this
pick for
was
sure.
organized by the teacher, and then the girl
I, the
came
girl was
up and gave
okay.
you a
Yes,
kiss.
yes. I mean, if they try to press charges after, I was already on my way to America.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's 6 years old. I mean, kind of weird for the teacher, but this was in like the early 90s, so
Yeah, in Europe, where you still you
yeah,
can
yeah,
go to the
for
you can go
sure.
to the club with your parents when you're 6 years old.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's much different there for sure. Well, thank you for sharing that story. I'm glad we got into that one. And then also back to us, how we know each other. So the guys aren't familiar, but basically when I was like fourth grade or fifth grade, my parents would go out of town to Bulgaria or when they were at work, or I forgot what it was, but basically it was like a daily arrangement. It was while they were at work. Um, Stefan's grandma used to babysit me at their house. And so we used to hang out all the time. And as we were little kids, we used to like go to each other's birthday parties and whatnot. So I remember sometimes when we used to build a fort out of chairs and blankets and then put a radio in there and listen to 50 Cent.
We
So
definitely did, yes, and then
along those
destroyed the
lines,
fort.
I wanted for you to share, since I know you have one story in particular that you love, but maybe give that one quick and then give me another one if you can. But share your favorite story with the guys from our childhood or just our friendship in general.
Oh man, honestly, that's the only real memory I can remember out of everything.
Really? Okay,
I
well,
think
let
so.
everybody know what
Yes.
it is.
I okay, so we were it was during one Easter we were playing a egg toss game. And yeah, there was nobody around us, I believe, but yeah, we started tossing the egg. And yeah, I think it kind of maybe got boring a little bit of just tossing the egg, and you decided to just, full on like Otani pitch, throw the egg at me, and the egg bursted all over my button up shirt. And yeah, I got a little upset, and then yeah, you laughed about it, and yeah, I mean, in the
Okay, all
moment,
right.
yes, as kids, I was disappointed, but
How old were we?
oh man, maybe 13, 12,
13,
something. I don't
12?
remember.
So we were
Maybe
in
I
like
think
middle
around
school?
the, yes, I think this was middle school,
Damn.
early middle school. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, that's really the only story that you remember from the whole time we've known each
Ugh,
other, because
for the
like
kids, yeah, because the
doesn't
times
have
when
to
you
be
would come
kids.
over to be babysat. Oh, okay. As adults, I would definitely say the Raiders game that we went to together. That was fun.
Oh, okay,
Getting
yeah,
to
that's
meet all
right.
those
We did go
players.
to the Giants and Raiders game that was here last year in 2023.
Yes.
And how did that game go? What was your favorite part, let's say? What was your
My
favorite part of
my
going?
favorite part was thinking that Daniel Jones tripped over himself, and it turns out that he had a torn ACL. And
Yeah, no, I mean that was pretty horrible. But I mean,
that
like, what was your favorite part of the whole experience besides the actual game,
the favorite
which
part
didn't
of
end well?
my favorite part was meeting the guy who gave us the family passes to go hang out in the family place, in the family area after the game.
Right,
That
right. And
was
what was the family area for?
that the family area was for the Giants players waiting to see their immediate family and loved ones and all that fun
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was like the family and friends area, which after
Yeah,
the
family and
game,
friends. Yes.
Giants players could go and have kind of like a meet and greet area, which for people they know. And why don't you tell the group some of the guys we got to meet and take photos of with?
Yeah, Sterling Shepard was the first one, and I remember it was very he was hard to like spot at first because they're all like
Mhm.
kind of dressed out of uniform and stuff. But Sterling
Yeah.
Shepard and Thibodeau was really going. He was really tall. I was
Yeah,
very
he was
shocked.
huge.
Um, yeah, that's
And then I remember we met Jackson. What was his? Dory Jackson,
Dory
the
Jackson.
cornerback. And we also met But and we also met a safety, or was he a linebacker? He was a bigger dude,
Was a
but
bigger
I remember
dude.
the dude with the braids.
Yeah, the dude, the Asian light skin looking dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let me see. Maybe I could scroll back and find it, but it's a little too far
Oh, it's
back.
all good. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I also remember, man, we drank a lot during that game.
It was a lot of drinking. Honestly, I was drinking the night before, preparing myself for this. So then the next day, yes,
Oh man,
started
and then we had an insane adventure after.
insane adventure, meeting those random people, taking a party bus to the strip club, then leaving the strip club to go to another strip club. Yes,
Yep,
definitely.
definitely, definitely. And if I'm not wrong, that was your first Giants game, no?
That was my first ever NFL game.
First ever NFL game.
First ever NFL, yeah.
Yep, yep, in our home stadium. So, I mean, we're happy that we got the Raiders here so we can watch the Giants come play them, even though we hope that it's ends up better next time, right?
You said next year they're playing again.
Next year, 2025, they'll be at the Raiders again.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, you know that we're going to be at that game for sure. And speaking of the Giants and us both being Bulgarian Giants fans in Las Vegas, why don't you introduce to the group how you got into American football as a kid? You said second grade or so, and how you became a Giants fan after learning about American football, as we call it.
Yeah, my dad always had these gatherings with friends, so it was I remember 2000, it was during our first Super Bowl. Yeah, we started I kind of briefly started watching football that season, and yeah, it was Super Bowl day. And I remember he asked me if I wanted to bet. He doesn't really watch any football either. He asked me, obviously it was undefeated Patriots against us, and I was
The
like,
best
yes, Dad. I was like,
storyline.
I bet you that I will that the Patriots will win. But I
Hmm.
didn't really want them because I watched the Giants like that season, played very well. It
Yeah.
was fun. And yeah, I ended up
How
losing.
much
And then,
did you guys bet money or?
yeah, it was $20. I mean, as a kid,
Oh, okay.
I could only bet my weekly allowance. Nothing over that. And
Nice.
yeah, so
Okay. And then that's when you started watching the Giants, eh? Or that was the first season you also started watching football, or
yeah, the season before that, I watched a little bit, but it was more like soccer. And yeah, I watched a little bit, but
you
I
mean
enjoyed playing.
football?
Football, yes, football, my friend.
Well, we got a couple of guys that enjoyed the football as well. Why don't you give us a little bit of insight about what's your favorite, let's say club team?
Oh, my favorite club team has to be Manchester United. Yeah, very disappointing the
Hey,
last
Edwin,
12 years.
you just made a friend.
Yeah, very disappointed since Sir Alex Ferguson left. But yeah, I'm glad I got to make a lot of memories watching soccer with my dad because yeah, that's like something I'm gonna
Wait,
get to
no, no,
keep
my
with.
bad. He's not your friend. He's a Real Madrid fan.
Oh, okay. That's the sister club of Man U.
But
So
they're enemies, aren't they?
I mean everybody's an enemy, but yes. They're kind of, but a lot of players that like we as Man U, like they grew up like, like David Beckham went to Real Madrid, like all the players like go to Man U and then they go to Real Madrid because,
Yeah, that's
it's
right
more
there.
money over
Sorry, I didn't
there.
mean to
Yeah.
cut you off. You're talking about you got into it with watching with your dad.
Yeah, that was really fun. So now those memories get to carry forward.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And what was it like? Champions League or
It was Champions League, Premier League. It was everything. I remember being young, you just go to wake up in the mornings, nothing but soccer to watch all day.
did you have any favorite players to watch back then?
Oh yeah, Wayne Rooney had to be my favorite
Oh,
player.
I
Wayne
remember his
Rooney.
bald English ass.
Yes, yeah, he was amazing. Yeah, obviously Ronaldo. Once he kicked off, man, it was crazy. Carlos Tevez, Luis Nani, that whole back four with Vidic, Ferdinand, Patrice Evra. Man, it was good.
Nice. Nice, nice, for sure, for sure. Did you did you ever look back into the history of the national men's soccer team for Bulgaria 94?
Yes, I actually watched the highlights of that game with my friend Miro, and yeah, that was crazy how physical of a game that was. It's like I almost didn't know if I was watching football or football.
Which one are you talking about in particular?
Against Italy.
Italy. Oh, right.
Yes,
The semifinal.
yes, yeah. Here in
Right.
America when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
played in
Super
the
physical
States,
game, a lot of like penalties.
yeah. And then they got a penalty at the end.
We had a good matchup in that season in the playoffs as well against Mexico, where it went to PKs.
We beat them.
Yeah, we beat them in PKs, but that was a really close matchup as well. I've
Yeah,
My parents used to have a, or they probably still have it, but it's a VHS of the all the highlights of each game, and it's like a little documentary. They call them the Golden Boys.
the Golden Boys, huh? You got to
Yeah.
convert that into DVD and watch that again. Once.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, cool, cool. Well, it's good learning a little bit of insight about all of that stuff. And the last thing we do as a custom to the interview part is we go through clapped or close in the matchups of our league. So I'm going to go and I'll ask you one by one each matchup, whether you think it's going to be close or a clapping, and who's going to be the winner. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Well, let's start off with Cody's matchup against Edwin.
Okay, Cody's matchup against Edwin. Okay, that one. Okay, that one. I think Edwin might clap for sure.
Ah,
I
clapping for
def
Edwin.
clapping for Edwin. Yes, maybe I might be wrong,
Making a
but
lot
who
of
knows?
clappings against Chef this season. Okay, cool. Well, next up, what about Henny versus Eric?
Heading. I mean, man, I hope Eric can end that undefeated streak finally.
Okay, so you're rooting for Eric, but do you think it's going to be close or
I'm rooting for Eric. I think it will be close because Saquon Barkley. So as long as he doesn't go off against our Giants this week, I think should be a close one. I'm gonna give it a close one to Eric on this one.
Okay, cool.
I
Okay, so
believe.
close one for Eric. Next up, how about your matchup with Raul?
Yes, yes. He just had his first loss, if I'm mistaken. Correct.
Yep.
Yes. I think it's gonna be a very close game.
Okay.
Very, very close game. I hope I can pull this one off, but we'll see. I mean, Mayfield's been phenomenal, so it depends on how he plays. Get how the
Okay.
quarterback kind of gets those
So
points
close
started
one.
first.
And who are you claiming to be the victor?
I'm claiming myself to be the victor,
Okay. All right. All right.
coming out on top on this one for Crystal. Hell
All right.
yeah!
Let's go. Cool. Representing. So next up, how about the other Bulgarians matchup this week? Yours truly versus
Versus Vaughn, it's Dimitri
versus
versus
Vaughn.
it's a tropical smoothie battle.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, tropical smoothie battle. Yeah, man, I think you might lose this one because
What?
Hertz is definitely going to get it hard from our Giants defense. So yeah, I
Yeah.
might see some
Yeah. We're
fumbles.
in
So
for a
yeah,
tough one.
maybe
And
consider
actually, just to kind of give a little bit more insight, it is a tropical smoothie battle because,
because you guys used to work together, and I used to work there too, actually.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right around what time? Like, how old were we? I
Oh man,
think it was
yeah,
like
we were. I
2012.
think it was. Yeah, it was like right after I graduated high school. I remember. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember working on the Blue Diamond
Yep.
location over there.
Yep. Blue Diamond. That's right. That's right. Okay, cool. Well, unfortunately, I guess I'm going to 1-6, but
Oh,
close one for Vaughn this week. And the
yeah.
last one we'll go over is Donnie Donnie versus Greg.
Donnie versus Greg. Oh man, Josh Allen did some crazy things. I think Greg is gonna pull this one through, though. I think Greg is gonna get a close game. He's gonna finally manage his third victory.
Okay. All right. So another close one. This one leaning for the side of Greg to beat Donnie.
Yes, yes. I don't see that many clappings this week happening, so let's
Okay.
hope so.
All right. Yeah. I mean, and as always, hope for may the best rosters win, and good luck to you in your matchup and everybody in their matchup respectively. Thanks, Stefan, for hopping on the pod for this quick interview so everybody could get to know you a little better and giving us some insight on some stories and some football.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure. I can't wait to watch the other podcasts as the weeks go by. Hopefully, there's more interviews, and yeah,
Oh, yeah.
gotta definitely
Cool.
meet up at another Parkway again soon.
Yes. As mentioned in the intro of the episode, we have our meetup this Monday, October 21st, at the Distill on Decatur and Pile / Silverado Ranch. Everybody, don't forget, Stefano, are you going to be there?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, you guys will see me next week on Thursday morning back here on the podcast, and we'll all see each other hopefully on Monday at the meetup. Once again, Stefan, thanks for joining the show, and catch you later.
Thanks for having me.
Money.